everybody, and welcome back to Am's Untitled Podcast. I'm Am. Hi, if you've never met me before, it's really nice to meet you. Thank you for clicking on this podcast. This is a Percy Jackson dedicated podcast, and in today's episode, we're going to be talking about the best of Percabeth, so the best Percabeth moments in episode 7, which is the second to last episode. And there were a few cute moments that I wanted to point out, and I'm really excited to share them with you. So let's just get started. So the first scene that kind of stood out to me is where Annabeth saves Percy from Procrustes, and the first thing she does is ask him if he's okay. I think Krusty kind of got in his head a little bit, and I think Annabeth noticed, so she was just making sure that he was fine. I love that she checks in with him. They both do it, and it's really nice. It's a really important thing for a relationship, I think, for you to both just check in with each other when you know one of you is going through a bit of a crisis, I guess. Um, the next scene that we're going to be talking about is where Annabeth says to Percy, just as they're going through the door into the underworld, so through the secret passage, she just, nudges him and she says, let's go get your mom. And I think this was really significant because she could have said, okay, let's go and complete the quest, or let's go get the Master Bolt. But instead, she talked about his mom, which, according to Percy, is the reason why he's on this entire quest. And the fact that she knows that he's there for that, and at first it bothered her, but it doesn't anymore, and it kind of shows me that she's not in it for the quest anymore. That goal that Percy had to get his mom back has become her goal as well. And oh my gosh, wow, that one line just spoke volumes to me, because it's the first time where Annabeth is like, she's not in it for herself, but she's very ambitious, and if she has a goal, she'll do anything to meet that goal. But the fact that this goal of Percy is his own personal goal has become hers as well, I think is just so special, and I think it just sums up why their relationship is just so good and why so many people resonate with their relationship so much. And I always tell people, that's the kind of love people should be aiming for, where you become like, I guess, I don't know what you'd call it. What's the word? Like, if something's important to your partner, I feel like it should be important to you as well, if that makes sense. I don't know, I've never had a partner, so I'm not sure. But at least in my mind, the way I think about it, I always think that, yeah, if my partner is something special, is special to them, then it should be special to you as well. So the next scene we're going to be talking about is where they end up in the underworld, of course, and Percy says the line from the movie, we're not in Kansas anymore." And Annabeth, bless her, she says to him that he needs to focus because they left Kansas 4 days ago. Of course, it's not funny to her because she hasn't seen the movie, so she didn't pick up on the reference. But yeah, I just thought that moment just really made me laugh. It wasn't even a cute moment. It just made me laugh because I was like, oh, bless her. She didn't know that he was just quoting a movie. Oh, she's so cute. They're so good for each other. I always think about it, and I'm like, yeah, they're the perfect match for each other, I think. They just, I feel like, as cringy as it sounds, and I normally don't say cliche stuff like this, but I just feel like they're made for each other. Um, and I love that they can teach each other things as well. Like Annabeth, of course, could help him with the more demigod side of his life, and he can teach her more about the mortal world. And I love that about the two of them. I think it's really, really cute. I think I mentioned this in the last episode as well. They have a very giving relationship, and that's quite rare in fictional relationships. So it's nice to see that. And of course, Rick is an absolute genius when he made this relationship. And I love that he says that it's inspired by him and his wife. I think that's very sweet. Um, the next scene we're going to be talking about, the second to last scene that we'll be talking to you guys about, is the scene where Annabeth gets stuck in Asphodel. And, as Percy and Grover are running, they realise that Annabeth is at Wisdom. And they've seen her, she's been tied with this tree branch. And the first thing that Percy does is shout her name, and he goes running to her, and he sees what's happened to her. And he gets down on his knees and he's trying to help free her, but he can't do it. And, as she's telling him, look, you need to go on without me, he doesn't give up. Like, he's not taking that as an answer. Like, he just wants to save her. Again, it's that personal loyalty that's coming in. The fact that he would do anything for somebody that he cares about, which I think is so sweet. He would move the entire world for a friend. And I think that everybody deserves a Percy in their life. I think he's just one of those amazing characters. I just love the way he gets crafted. Yeah, like I said, Rick is just such a genius. He's put two people that are somewhat similar and somewhat different together, and I love that. And she tells him that you can do this, basically. So basically, it's her way of saying that, look, I believe in you. And she tells him to run, and even as he's running, like, you can see it on his face, that he turns round as she smashes the pearl onto the floor, and he's like, he just can't believe that she's gone, like, after everything that's happened. Like, he's just basically been left with Grover. And even once she's escaped and Grover said, she's made it, he's still like that look of worry on his face. Oh, Walker's acting, guys, it's just chef's kiss beautiful. Like, I can't, I do have no faults in his acting because he's just phenomenal. The final scene that we're going to be talking about is when Hey, Hades? Not, no, not yet. He's not the person we're talking about yet. When Percy escapes from Hades' palace and he ends up on Montauk Beach, where the house is where his mom basically met his dad, and as he's lying on the floor, like, he sees somebody coming towards him, and it's Annabeth, and she just extends her hand to help him up. The eye contact, guys, like, I don't think you guys get how deep this is. The boy doesn't blink when he looks at her, like, he just stares at her, like, he's just got this longing and yearning look in his eyes, and I don't understand, because they're like kids. How do they even know what this sort of stuff is? Like, I'll never understand. But yeah, I just thought it was such an interesting thing. And you know, I just don't understand. Like, Walker at the time was what? 14, 15, right? No, he might have been, no, he'll be younger than that because he's 15 now. So he would have been like 12 or 13. How does a 12 and 13-year-old look at somebody like that? I don't understand. I hope he gets so many more opportunities because he genuinely doesn't deserve it. Like, he's an insane actor. Like, I've seen most of the things that he's in. Yeah, I've seen his Secret Headquarters. I've seen The Adam Project, which I thought he was absolutely brilliant in. And of course, Percy Jackson. And I can tell you he's very, very special, and I hope he gets lots more work, and I hope that they see this entire series through, and we get to see Heroes of Olympus as well. I might be wishing a bit too much there, but I'd really like to see what he does with it. And another thing that I noticed just about the scene is that, he doesn't look away until she does. So until she turns to look at Ares, like, then he looks away from her. Oh my God. Like, I swear, they're gonna kill me. They're too cute. Like, how? They're already like this now. So, like, in seasons to come, like, what? I'm not gonna be able to cope. I think I'm just gonna pass out. But I love it. I love them. They're so perfectly cast. They've done such a phenomenal job, and Rick has created these insane moments where you can really see their chemistry shine, and I love that. So yeah, those were the best Percabeth moments in episode 7. I hope you guys enjoyed them. Let me know what your favourite Percabeth moment is. It could be from the show, books, anything. I'd really like to know. And what else am I going to say? Yeah, episodes will be available to stream on Spotify and on my YouTube channel. Um, please feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. It'll be very much appreciated. You can follow me on Spotify as well. I'm also on Threads now as well as Instagram, and they're both at Aamsuntitledpodcast. Follow me there. I always let you guys know when the videos go up on Instagram. So yeah, that's the best place to get in contact with me, I guess. Feel free to DM me any questions. You can email me, and I will speak to you guys in the next episode. Mwah! Bye!